Imagine you're on watch, two vessels are closing in, and your ARPA suddenly fails. Can you still determine if a collision will happen? This is where manual radar plotting becomes your life-saving skill. Today, I'll show you step by step how to manually plot targets and identify the risk of collision, just like a real officer of the watch. Part 1. What is manual radar plotting? Manual radar plotting is a technique used to track another vessel's movement using radar observations without relying on automatic systems. It helps you determine three critical things: closest point of approach, or CPA, time to CPA, or TCPA, and most importantly, the risk of collision. Part 2. Plotting tools needed. Before we begin, make sure you have the following ready: a plotting sheet, a pencil and an eraser, a pair of triangles or a parallel ruler, a compass divider, a calculator, and at least 2 radar observations of the target, taken at equal time intervals. Part 3. Obtaining target information. Before plotting, you need the following information: own ship's course, own ship's speed, first observation time, bearing and range, second observation time, bearing and range. This information can be obtained from the radar. In this example, the ship's course is 000 degrees true and the speed is 27.7 knots. To determine the target's bearing and range, we will use the electronic bearing line EBL and the variable range marker VRM. For instance, at 0803, the target's bearing is 040 degrees and the range is 7.6 nautical miles. After 6 minutes, the bearing of the same target is 047 degrees and the range is 4.6 nautical miles. We will record this data on the plotting sheet. Part 4. Step-by-step procedure. In this manual radar plotting exercise, we will determine the following: closest point of approach, or CPA, bearing at CPA, or BCPA, direction of relative motion, or DRM, speed of relative motion, or SRM, time to CPA, or TCPA, course of the target, speed of the target, and the target's aspect. Step 1. Establish own ship reference. Draw a reference line from the center of the plotting sheet towards 000 degrees true, representing the ship's heading. Step 2. Plot the first observation. From the center, draw a line towards 040 degrees true. Using a compass divider, measure 7.6 nautical miles from the distance scale. Place one leg of the divider at the center and mark the distance along the bearing line. Label this point as small r. Then, erase the excess lines, leaving only the plotted mark and its label. Step 3. Plot the second observation. From the center, draw a line towards 047 degrees true. Using the compass divider, measure 4.6 nautical miles from the distance scale. Place one leg of the divider at the center and mark the distance along the bearing line. Label this point as small m. Then, erase the excess lines, leaving only the plotted mark and its label. Step 4. Draw the relative motion line. Join point R to point M, then extend the line forward. With the data now plotted on the sheet, we can begin extracting critical information: closest points of approach, bearing at CPA, direction of relative motion, speed of relative motion, time to CPA. Step 5. Determine the CPA and BCPA. From the center representing your own ship, Draw a line perpendicular to the relative motion line, or RML. Next, mark the point where this perpendicular line intersects the RML. Then, using a compass divider, measure the distance from the center to this intersection point. This distance is the CPA, or the closest point of approach. To determine the BCPA, or bearing of CPA, draw a line from the center to the CPA point and read its bearing. 6. Determine the DRM, or direction of relative motion. First, use a pair of triangles or a parallel ruler. Align the relative motion line, or RML, with the compass rows on the plotting sheet. Next, read the true direction in which the line is pointing. This direction represents the DRM, or direction of relative motion of the target relative to your own ship. Step 7. Determine the SRM, or speed of relative motion. First, use a compass divider to measure the distance between point R and point M along the relative motion line. Next, convert this distance using the plotting sheet's distance scale. This will give you the relative distance traveled between the two observations. Then, determine the time interval between the first and second observations. For example, this may be 6 minutes. Now apply the formula, speed equals distance divided by time. The value you obtain is the SRM, or speed of relative motion. Step 8. Determine the TCPA, or time to closest point of approach. Using a compass divider, measure the distance along the relative motion line from the second observation point M to the CPA point. Convert this measured distance using the plotting sheet's distance scale to obtain the value in nautical miles. Apply the formula time equals distance divided by speed. The distance is the measured distance from point M to the CPA. The speed is the SRM, or speed of relative motion, previously determined. The computed value represents the TCPA, or time to closest point of approach. This indicates how long it will take before the target vessel reaches the CPA. Step 9. Determine the course and speed of the target. To determine the course and speed of the target, we must complete the ERM triangle. In the ERM triangle, R to M represents the relative motion. E to M represents the course and speed of the target vessel. E to R represents the course and speed of the own ship. First, from point R, draw a line that is parallel to the own ship's course line that was previously established on the plotting sheet. Next, convert the own ship's speed into distance traveled during the observation interval. Distance equals speed multiplied by time. Distance equals speed of own ship multiplied by the time interval between observations, 27.7 knots, multiplied by 6 minutes. 6 minutes is equal to 0.1 hour. Therefore, 27.7 knots multiplied by 0.1 hour equals 2.77 nautical miles. Using the compass divider, measure 2.77 nautical miles from the distance scale on the plotting sheet. From point R, mark this distance along the line you drew parallel to the own ship's course. Label this new point as E now. That point E is established. Draw a straight line connecting point E to point M. This line represents the course and speed of the target vessel. To determine the target's course, measure the direction of the line from E to M using the protractor on the plotting sheet. To determine the target's speed, measure the length of line E to M, convert it using the distance scale, and divide it by the time interval between observations. Step 10. Determine the aspect of the target. To determine the aspect of the target vessel, the following data are required: the target's course, and the direction from point M to the center. Since the target's course has already been determined in the previous step, we only need to establish the direction from point M to the center. Draw a straight line from point M to the center. Extend this line to red its true bearing using the compass rose on the plotting sheet. Measure the angle between the target's course line and the line from M to the center. The measured angle represents the aspect or target angle. In radar plotting, the red or green color designation of a target's aspect indicates which side of the target vessel, port or starboard, is visible to you, corresponding to their navigation lights. This helps determine the target's orientation and intended course at a glance.